Oh, what is up, skis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXWrestleCast for an episode 202 of my wrestling recap show, where once a week I go through all the major WWE and AEW shows, give you the recap, give you the review, let you know what's going on storyline-wise, and at the end of the show, I give out my 3 stars of the week, awarding my 3 favorite matches that I witnessed with my eyeballs. And when there's a PLE/pay-per-view, I'll be doing a separate pay-per-view review. But let's get into the weekly recap. We got Monday Night Raw, and we're still in Vegas. This is the big Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, which history shows, as always, crazy shit goes down. So let's get in there. We're kicking it off with new WWE Champion John Cena doing his entrance, wearing the belt backwards. Big firework display with a very, very sourpuss look on John's face. Very unhappy. Made me laugh. I like that. John gives the announcer the proper delivery for the GOAT. He's been doing that a little bit. I like that. Cena wants an apology from the fans. Vegas chants, "We are sorry." Freaking awesome. Cena says we do not matter to him. That hurts. Cena only has 27 appearances left until he is gone for good. Cena will take the WWE Championship with him. Cena claims he is the last true champion of the WWE. Cue in Randy Orton from absolutely out of nowhere. RKO's John Cena. And oh baby, we are going right there, man. John Cena and Randy Orton reignite their rivalry for what, the 137th time? Like, my goodness. But this time just feels so right. An awesome promo right here from John Cena. Gonna hit him with a thumbs up. Just shitting all over the crowd and doing exactly what he said he was gonna do. Ruin wrestling. And just a lot of sound bites throughout this one too. He's dropping so many lines that are just so good. And oh my, dude, that date countdown, that shit is giving me anxiety. I'm like, oh no. He came out on, I think it was SmackDown this week. And I was like, no, don't come out. I don't want, that's another appearance. And we're running out of time. And I don't like it. All right, we move on to the Women's Tag Team Championship match. It is Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria defending against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, putting in their rematch clause already. Lyra springboards into Liv, assisted by Raquel. Becky counters Liv's Oblivion into a manhandle slam. Raquel is there to make the save. Raquel with the super duper Tijuana bomb. Lyra somehow kicks out of that. I don't even know how. Lyra Nightwing to Raquel, but Liv puts her partner's foot on the ropes. Rodriguez stiff boot to Lyra's face. How you done? Raquel crashes onto Lynch. Lyra distracted, hit with an Oblivion. Liv pins. And no, oh my goodness. Women's Tag Team Champions. Liv and Raquel reclaim the belts. 3-time champions, I believe now. Whoa. Very strong opening match. Lyra and Raquel, they were fantastic. One of their best performances, I would say. They were just freaking going crazy out there. 7.5. Fun. And we get the dreaded one-day reign here for Lyra and Becky. That draws boos from Vegas. Nobody wants that. And then it happens. Becky absolutely loses it on Lyra, viciously attacking her with a manhandle slam. Crowd demands more punishment for Lyra, and Becky delivers the goods. Lots of heel turns going on lately right now, and I'm loving it. We got Becky and Seth now are both heels, and I talked about it with my wife. I want them to stay separate. My wife wants Becky to get in with Finn Balor, like maybe when Finn Balor gets kicked out of Judgment Day, him and Becky like do something together. That could be fun. Personally, I don't want Seth and Becky to have like any interaction with each other, though it would be really fun to have them as like a super power, kind of like Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Like, let them do that, but even better, because Seth and Becky are like tops in the business. They're very high, they're main eventers and all that stuff, and they could like use their sway, and we got our own tour bus and all that shit. I don't know. I think that could actually work out pretty good now that they're both heels. But I know they've made it known that they don't want to, like, you know, cross their careers and have that just be like a stigma. Like, oh, husband and wife, their careers, like, oh, they don't want to be remembered as that. So we'll see what happens, but that's a suggestion I am down for. We have new World Tag Team Champions, The New Day, Xavier guttural thank God for the New Day just makes me giggle. Alpha Babes arrive. Maxine calls out New Day to defend their titles right here, right now. After some mind games, the New Day accept. And then, from out of completely nowhere, it's fucking Rusev. Oh my goodness. Rusev Day is back. New Day run away. They're running for their lives, leaving poor Alpha Babes to be destroyed by the returning Rusev. Holy crap. Welcome back, Rusev Day. That, I popped huge, bro. Popped huge. I cannot believe that AEW dropped the ball on Rusev, Miro, whatever you want. Fucking disaster, man. Absolute disaster. They did not utilize that guy at all. And here he is, back in the WWE again. And I feel good about this one, man. We're going to right that ship. Rusev Day will be avenged. And Rusev is finally going to have, hopefully, a good run here. Let's go. Let's get this guy a championship. Awesome return. We got Judgment Day celebrating all the new gold. Finn appears. He absorbs all the good vibes. Eases the tension, saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I'm Finn Balor. We got World Champion Io Sky happy about the big win at Mania, just like I am. Crowd chants, you deserve it. Damn right. NXT Women's Champion Stephanie Vacour appears. Ooh. Vacour wishes to show Io respect. Stephanie wants to fight the best of the best. Io accepts, and it happens right meow. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vacour. Holy crap, what a dream match. Both ladies hitting nice dives. Steph mean dragon screw Meteora combo. Io answers with a mean double stomp and a backbreaker. Back and forth suplexes. This pleases the crowd. And then Roxanne and Julia show up, attacking Steph and Io. The match is disqualified. Boo! Rhea Ripley joins the party, has a long stare-off with Julia, and that's another future dream matchup right there. Julia leaves in peace for now. All right. New World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso yeets his way through the crowd. They're going banana. Jey taking in the moment. Crowd giving Jey lots and lots of love. Jey Uso is finally here at the top of the WWE after a year of crushing it at the top. Sami Zayn comes out, gives Jey a big ol' hug. Sami sad he was not there at WrestleMania, but he had to be in Vegas to tell Jey how freaking proud he is of him. Aw, very nice moment. Jimmy Uso joins the celebration, and an overall fantastic, very nice moment for Jey Uso. Thumbs up. We got AJ Styles. He is disappointed he lost to Logan Paul. We're all disappointed. Karrion Kross is beyond disappointed. AJ made WWE look bad. AJ snaps on Karrion. And I saw the clip of Karrion at WrestleMania weekend going on a huge rant on the panel, talking about, his time getting taken away from him, just trying to be a good trooper. He's dropping fucks and shits and like a very real rant. I can't tell if he was going into business for himself, if this is all part of the program that he is building with AJ Styles. Regardless, that was an awesome rant from Karrion. If you haven't checked it out, it was a good one, man. It was definitely like gloves off. He was, I think he didn't say any names, but he was like the suit wearing guy in the back, like fuck you and all that shit. It was good, man. It was really good. I am really enjoying what Karrion Kross has been doing lately. I really hope that they push this guy because he has been great. All right, Gunther, he comes out and is in a very, very bad mood. Gets in Michael Cole's face about it. Gunther shoves Pat, starts choking Michael. Oh my goodness. McAfee punches Gunther, saving Michael. But then Gunther loses it, chokes out McAfee. Management arrive. They do a terrible job trying to save Pat. Pat helped to the back, almost throws up on the way back. They're just, Anyway, Michael lets Adam know he ain't gonna get bullied by Gunther for doing his job. Michael goes back to commentary to finish out the night, and he got roughed up pretty good, but yeah, good shit from Michael Cole and then the commentary. Thumbs up. But like, what are we doing here? Are we setting up Gunther versus Pat McAfee? Like, I don't want that. I don't want to see that. Intercontinental Championship match is Dom Mysterio defending for the first time with Judgment Day against Penta. Dom ties Penta's mask to the rope, stomps on his head a little bit. Penta hits a destroyer. Dom rolls to safety. Penta hard landing, hitting a Rana on Finn. Penta knocked off the top by the returning J.D. McDonough. Yeah. Dom 619 Frog Splash combo to retain. Oh, great timing on the return there for JD McDonough. Welcome back. And a good first title defense there for Dom 7 out 10. We got funny video of Grande Americano being celebrated across Mexico with obviously terribly photoshopped pictures. Really funny though. We got Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman. They arrived to a mixed reaction. Seth saying his catchphrases gets cut off by CM Punk. Brawling begins. Heyman causing a distraction allows Seth to drop CM Punk. Roman Reigns arrives. He hits a spear on Seth. Hits Heyman with a Superman punch. Freaking hilarious. Roman goes to spear Heyman. Instead is speared by Braun Breaker. Breaker spears Punk as well. And bro hugs with Rollins. Oh snap. Roman gets super speared through the barricade. Breaker, Rollins, and Heyman celebrate together to end the show. Oh, I called that. A second that Breaker lost that championship, I'm like, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Homie is going to the main event level, and boom, he has arrived. And dude, if we are not inevitably getting to a Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman relationship at the end of this at some point, like, what are we doing here? It is like written in stone. Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, they are meant to be together, and it is like Braun Breaker is set to be the next coming of Brock Lesnar, the next like big thing, man. I am serious. I love Braun Breaker. I am over the moon that he is here now with Seth and Heyman. That is a great spot to be in right now. And yeah, so a great Raw after WrestleMania. Fucking Rusev Day is back. I'm over the moon. JD McDonough is back as well. Welcome back. Cena's promo was awesome, and Orton freaking coming out, hitting the RKO. I'm very happy to see that we're already going into that storyline. That was the big one that everyone's like, oh, you gotta have John Cena go up against Orton. We're doing it. Nice moment for Jey Uso and friends. Gunther attacking commentary. Are we going for a Pat McAfee match? I hope not. Wrestling pretty good throughout. Io and Vakur was a nice surprise. It sucks that it got DQ'd, but it was still cool. Becky's surprise heel turn. Oh, snap, and losing the tag titles in under 24 hours. That was a big shock for me. 8 out of 10. Good ass, great ass, banger ass Monday Night Raw. Let's swing over to NXT. They're also in Vegas. And we start off with the Women's Tag Team Championships. It's the new champs, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, defending against Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. Tatum, nice moonsault off of the apron, wipes out Judgment Day. GG with a whisper in the wind, 450 splash from Tatum, and Raquel kicks out. Liv with the springboard codebreaker saves Raquel from the cemetery driver. Tijuana Bomb, Oblivion combo, and the champs retain. Thankfully, the tag team titles are not changing hands for the third time in 3 days. That's good. Strong effort from Gigi and Tatum, I must say. I did not know that Tatum had high-flying skills like that. Like, that was a picture-perfect 450. That was a good matchup. 7 out of 10. We got Penn and Teller. They're still holding Lexis King's Heritage Cup hostage in the Magic Realm. If King defends his Heritage Cup, he can have it back. And King must admit that magic is real. It's a deal, says Lexis King. He gets the cup back, does all the thing. Pretty funny. We got Dark State. They are bullying Miles Bourne and Javon backstage. That is not nice. And we get North American champion Ricky Saints. He is happy about the big win, but Ethan Page is still a thorn in his side. Lexis claims nobody likes Ricky. King challenges Ricky for the North American Championship. Lexis offers up his Heritage Cup to sweeten the deal. Ricky accepts. We have that match now. Heritage Cup Championship. Lexis King defends against... It's Noam Dar. What the heck in heck? Noam Dar is back. Dar nails a spinning back elbow, and new Heritage Cup champion Noam Dar. Damn. Very nice return for Dar after 11 months away from with injury. That's huge. Dar looking sharp in the ring. Solid quick match right there. We had Fallon Henley with Fatal Influence versus Thea Hale. Hale locks in a Kimura for an impressive quick win over Fallon. The hot return continues. I'm thinking a North American title shot is in her future, and that'd be cool. We got Obafemi. He gives Javon Evans props for his performance at Stand and Deliver. Regardless, the ruler is still better. Trick ain't having it, even if it's Oba's birthday, Trick ain't having that shit. Did somebody say his name? No, but it doesn't matter. Joe Hendry appears. Joe calls Trick a whiny bitch. Trick tells Joe to go back to TNA. Hendry has beef with Oba. Trick angry about it. He gets dropped by the champions. Honestly, I do not want a champion versus champion situation. We just saw it with Vakur and Julia, and I didn't like how that ended. The match was fine, but I just don't like champions giving up championships for no reason other than it's too much work. I would rather have Joe Hendry go up against Trick Williams. Then we're gonna have Trick fight with somebody else. Get away from Oba for a little bit because that's getting a little bit tired right now. But that's what I'm looking for. We got Luca. He talks to Stax in the middle of a desert. That's not good. Luca tells Stax to make things right with the Don. The screen goes black, suggesting that Stax made Luca sleep with the fishes. Oh, in the middle of a desert where there's no water. Liv and Raquel, they make fun of Zarya and her lack of gold. Ruka and Zarya challenge the tag champions. They have a giggle, and they leave. So, I don't know if they accepted that challenge. Doesn't look like it. All right. We got Javon Evans and Tavion Heights versus Lennox and Osiris with the Dark State. Big air dive from Heights wipes out Dark State. Osiris apparently almost had his fingers amputated going through a real fake wall last week. That's some scary business. Be careful. Osiris hums Javon with a mean suplex, pop-up power bomb, and the Dark State win. A solid try, I guess, from Javon and Heights. Considering they aren't a real tag team, they did pretty alright together. Dark State continue looking really strong. It was an okay match. We got Inamura emotional because his time is almost up on NXT. No! Inamura almost in tears because he and Briggs were so close to winning the tag titles. Ava, feeling sorry, gives Briggs and Inamura another title shot, and Inamura with the wink, he was selling, baby, he was faking the tears, and he gets themselves another title shot. Well done, Inamura. We get Tony D. He tells Rizzo to lay low at a safe house. Tony will have to go to the mattress with Stax. Whatever the fuck that means. Go to the mattress. What, are you gonna have a pillow fight? What, sleepover? What are we talking here? We got Ricky Starks, happy that Noam Dar won back the cup. Lexis King jumps Ricky just as Ethan shows up to say hello to the champion. Oh dear. We get Mr. Chase. He pulls out his old Chase U sweater and yells, "We're fucking back, baby." Oh yes. Chase U is back, and that's awesome. Curious if Thea Hale is going to get back in on that action, or if she's just leaving that behind and moving on to her singles run. Main event time. NXT Women's Championship on the line. Stephanie Vacour defends against Roxanne Perez. Roxanne rolls away from the Devil's Kiss, upsetting Booker T. Roxanne attacking Vacour's injured arm. Steph, nice 619 springboard crossbody combo. Steph with the Devil's Kiss pleases Booker T. Pinfall attempts traded back and forth. I love that spot. Thumbs up. Steph nasty dragon screw hits the SVB to retain. Very good competitive main event matchup right there. Lovely counters, and I'm feeling the chemistry there. 7.5 out of 10. Julia appears on the stage. Jordan Grace is watching in the crowd, and Vacour is holding up her title to end the show. So, obviously, lots of interest in Vacour's NXT Championship. Julia hunting it, Jordan Grace hunting it, and I imagine more. All right, end of the show. Solid show to follow up Mania weekend. Noam Dar is back. That's awesome. Already a champion again. What's that, like 2 or 3-time Heritage Cup champ? Ricky and Lexus are beefing with each other. Dark State continues to dominate. All right. Chase U is coming back. Fuck yeah. Tony D and Stax are having a sleepover or something. I'm not sure what they're doing. Trick still beefing with Oba. Now they're adding in Hendry to the mix. That'll freshen it up. Honestly, I want Trick and Oba to be done. They've done it enough times, and Oba's the ruler. Like, he's the guy. So let's get Trick doing some other things. Fight Joe Hendry for the TNA Championship. That'd be fine. Wrestling, pretty alright. 2 title matches. They were good. Rest of the matches, okay. 6.5 out of 10. And now we will go to the SmackDown. Where are my SmackDown notes? They're in Fort Worth, Texas. So we're finally leaving Las Vegas, and we're starting this show with John Cena. Forces the announcer again to introduce him properly. Cena interrupted by Randy Orton. Randy brings up all the sick kids work that John Cena's done. Orton knows how to fix Cena. He just needs to have kids. That's it. John Cena says, "How dare you?" Fucking hilarious. I was dying. That was so funny. Cena has been too busy raising the fans' kids to have his own kids. Cena disgusted by a 6-year-old flipping him off in the crowd. Freaking hilarious. Orton calls Cena a guest in the WWE. Without the fans, they are nothing. Cena calls Orton and the fans a bunch of hypocrites. Cena is going to take the WWE Championship away, freezing Orton at 14 and erasing the Orton family history along with Cena's own history, because that's what would happen. Orton wants a title shot right here, right now. Cena declines and save Randy's ass from embarrassment. Cena suggests a match at Backlash in Orton's hometown of St. Louis. Cena sucker punches Orton, goes for the belt shot. It is countered into the RKO. Orton celebrates with the belt. Awesome segment right here with the two legends. Cena continues his anti-fan shenaniganery, and I'm loving it. Thumbs up for that. And Cena will defend his undisputed title versus Randy Orton at Backlash in Orton's hometown. And very interesting that Cena suggesting the match himself. And Cena's loving this. He's like, oh yeah, hometown matchup for Orton. I'm going to beat his ass at home, and it's going to make the crowds very upset. So yeah, I like where they're going with this. We get Legado, Garza, and Berto with Escobar versus... It's Firaxium getting their main roster debut. It's Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Frazier's speedy hot tag, backflip DDT, and a running shooting star press. This guy's ridiculous. Thumbs up. Legado, wicked double avalanche, military press slam. They call that the FTY. And a moonsault. Why not? Thumbs up. Fraxium, super Spanish fly, Phoenix splash combo. Grabs their debut win. Really good debut, showing for Fraxium here, showing off their crazy speed and high flying. Berto and Garza, really good performance as well, 7.5 out of 10. And Fraxium, that was my tag team of the year. They're here on the main roster, and I think perfectly timed. There's a lot of great tag teams that these guys are going to go up against. You're talking War Raiders, Motor City Machine Guns, DIY, there's so many good tag teams that they're just going to have amazing matches with. I would love to see, I'm pretty sure they already did this in NXT, but I would love to see Fraxium and the Creeds get back into it. That's just magic right there. All right, Women's World Champion Tiffany Stratton cutting a promo. Tiffy ain't a Charlotte Flair clone. She is one of one, baby. I don't know why I did that. Jade Cargill enters the chat. Jade challenges Tiffy, and it's accepted. So we got Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill right here, right now. Tiffy cartwheels into a big Cargill powerbomb. Tiffy snug running dropkick. Naomi runs down, attacking Jade. The match is disqualified. Boo. But a pretty good match before the DQ, all said and done. Tiffy a little bit of slipping up every here and there, but she hit most of the spots clean. Tiffy then gets blindsided by the returning Nia Jax. Oh shit, we haven't seen her, I think, since she lost the title. And a not great looking Annihilator later. Jax sellies with the championship. Naomi and Jade are definitely not done with each other, so that rivalry will continue on. Not really shocked about that one. And now Tiffy will be going up against Nia Jax again. Doesn't look like they're going to continue with the Charlotte Flair thing. That's just not a good mix. I like the mix between Tiffy and Nia. That's good. But, Nia's been getting into a little bit of trouble on the weekend, saying some shit at the roasts, But I like Nia Jax a lot. She's unapologetically who she is, and she's fine with that. All right, new U.S. champion Jacob Fatu and Solo in the ring. Solo ranting that he's the reason that Fatu is the champion. Fatu ain't having that shit. He snags the microphone away from Solo. Fatu then goes off. LA Knight joins the conversation looking for his rematch. Yeah. Drew McIntyre, he's very happy after his Mania win. He's interested in the United States Championship, and it's champion Jacob Fatu. Drew calls Knight's last little title run a joke. Things get heated, so Aldis announces a number one contenders match, Drew versus LA Knight, for later on. U.S. title scene, adding McIntyre to the mix. I would love to see Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. That'd be a pretty damn good fight. We got Zelina Vega. She is hunting the United States Championship. Right now, it's the Women's United States Championship match. Chelsea Green defends with her Secret Hervis versus Zelina Vega. Vega mid-rope German suplex, big bump for Green. Hervis gets ejected from ringside. Oh my goodness, is it going to happen? Code Red, it's happening. Pins, it happened. New United States Champion, Zelina freaking Vega. It's about time. Quadruple zillion manillion thumbs up for this. I damn near wanted to cry. I was so freaking happy for Zelina Vega finally claiming her first singles gold in WWE. Good entertaining run here as champion for Chelsea. I love the fact that she went all in with the gimmicks. Like, she is just awesome. Thumbs up for Chelsea. Match was quick as always, but hey, it's okay this time. Zelina gets the big win, and I'm so excited for a championship run. This should be huge, I hope, and hopefully a big year for Zelina Vega. Hopefully we'll see a match that's over 5 minutes for Vega this year. That would be nice. We got The Miz. He gifts Mello a giant golden Andre the Giant necklace. Mello actually somehow pulls it off pretty good. I don't know how. Miz angry that new guy Rey Fenix got a WrestleMania match. The lights go out. It's Aleister Black. Oh my goodness. Pretty nice reception for Mr. Black. Miz gets his head kicked off by Mr. Black. Welcome back, Mr. Black. If you get that, I love you so much. All right, so Aleister back in the fold. Rusev back in the fold. We're starting to see the guys that jumped to AEW during the McMahon era. I don't blame them when they jumped, but Aleister Black, he did okay in AEW, but I wouldn't say he got any bigger than he was in NXT and WWE. So his run wasn't all that. We know what Rusev, he did jack shit over there in AEW. So these guys are coming back now that Triple H is in charge, and these are like guys that Triple H really likes. So we'll see how it goes. Lots of guys coming back right now, and the turntables, if you will, for, everyone was jumping ship to AEW. Now they're all coming back. Not good for AEW. All right, let's move on. Bianca Belair had a rough weekend, broken a couple of fingers at WrestleMania, and she didn't win her title back. That sucks. But Bianca, positive attitude. She's going to recover and get back to business. All right, that's good. Nia Jax warns Naomi to stay out of her way. Naomi tells Jax to proceed with caution. All right, I thought maybe they would get along with each other, but heel on heel action. All right. U.S. title, number one contenders match, Drew McIntyre versus LA Knight, yeah. Solo sneaky spike to LA Knight, yeah. Or, nah. Drew sets up the Claymore, but Priest drags out Drew out of the ring and disqualifying the match. Fuck. A fairly solid heavyweight match going on. Now, the good thing is, Drew wins this match, so he is technically the number one contender. Priest then chokeslams McIntyre through the announce table. Holy shit. Thumbs up. Knight gets in Damien's face for costing him the match. Fatu out of nowhere with a dive. He wipes out everybody. Fatu destroys Priest and Knight with hip attacks and moonsaults, looking like an absolute beast that he is. Thumbs up. We got R-Truth. He lets his hero John Cena know if he needs anything, Truth has his back. Cena ignores the offer and just moves on with his life. Truth wishes to be like Cena when he grows up, and that's just confusing Jimmy Uso. He's like, you're already grown up, dude. What the fuck? Hilarious stuff right here. And now we are treated to the biggest main event of possibly the week. It is a triple threat TLC match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. I damn near fainted when I heard about this. I was like, are you serious? We're having a TLC match, and it didn't happen at WrestleMania? What a miss. I can't believe this wasn't on the Mania card, bro. All said and done, when people were like, kind of underwhelming WrestleMania, if you had this on there, holy shit, that would have helped. Now, once we get through the match, I have some suggestions as to why they didn't put it on to WrestleMania. So let's just get into this. Triple threat TLC, baby. Street Profits, Dawkins and Ford defending their titles against Motor City, Machine Gun, Sabin, and Shelley, and DIY, Gargano, and Ciampa. So we got a thumbs up right off of the bat. Ciampa has shaved off his beard. Why did you do that? No. It's just a big no. Don't do that. No, grow it back. Sabin dives into a chair shot by Johnny. Dawkins gets dragon screwed in the ladder. That looks super painful. Dawkins with the dive over the post, wipes out everybody and lands on Shelley's arm. That looked very painful. Shelley's like, get the fuck off of my arm. Johnny's sweet twisting flatliner off of the ladder just looks so good. Shelley, chair wrapped around his neck, and Gargano just smacks the chair. And the chair goes like whipping around his freaking neck. Looked awesome and painful. Thumbs up. Gargano takes a spinning neck breaker onto the top of some chairs, like upright chairs, bro. Like, oh, just deadly. Profits channel their inner Dudley boys and get the tables. Street Profits, super blockbuster dive wipes out everybody. Ford using a fan's prosthetic leg to beat the shit out of Johnny. The crowd is going wild. That was amazing. I'm just like, is that a leg? Like, what the fuck? Sabin splashed to Dawkins through a table. Ford says, hold my beer. Big air senton dive puts Ciampa through a table. My goodness. Ciampa puts Ford through a ladder with a white noise. That was nasty. Thumbs up. Guns and Gargano with a skull and bones through a table. That was fucking awesome. Thumbs up. Ciampa dangles from the titles, just like Edge or Jeff Hardy was back in the day. Dawkins spear off of the ladder through a table. A holy shitting car crash of a bump, recreating that famous Edge Jeff Hardy spot. And they did it. I'm not going to say it wasn't better, but it was different. Their own spin. They made it theirs. Thumbs up. Ford leaps on the ladder. Gargano pulls Ford through the ladder, hits a super kick. Montez climbs up through the middle. He meets Sabin and Johnny at the top. Ford drops Sabin and Gargano retrieves the belts to retain. Oh, dude. Instant classic right there. Now, I'm just going to say, no, it wasn't the old TLCs, but that was a different era. They can do different shit. This was a modern day TLC instant classic. This was amazing. I am just so sad that wasn't on the Mania card in front of 60,000 fans. I mean, the only reason why I think they didn't put it on, because this was going to steal the whole entire weekend. Absolutely was going to steal the whole entire weekend, but why does that matter? Why does that matter? Load up your card as best as you can. I don't give a shit if Rock, Cena, Cody all get butthurt because their match wasn't as good, or they didn't have the opportunity to have as good of a match. Like, I don't think that matters. I think you put that TLC on, you put it in the middle, you put it at the beginning of the card. It doesn't matter. You should have had this on the card. I am stunned that they didn't. This would have been huge. A huge match for WrestleMania, but hey, at least Texas gets a real treat. That was, I'm super, super jealous, but man, so many awesome thumbs up worthy moments throughout this matchup. Tons of crazy bumps. There was a little bit of confusion in between spots, which hurt the pacing. Like, they would do a spot and then like a little bit of like difficulty getting to the next spot. 'Cause it was kind of just spot to spot to spot, and a little bit of problem there with the pacing, but damn, dude, Dawkins and Ciampa revamping that legendary spear spot. I love what they did right there. It was a hell of a crash. Can't believe Dawkins' leg didn't break. And he was jumping on it after the match, so I guess he's fine. Amazing performances all around. This was awesome. 9 out of 10. Banger SmackDown after WrestleMania. That feels like I booked this show, man. You got Selena Vega winning a title, and there was a triple threat TLC match. Like, I booked this shit, I swear. Drew puts his hat into the United States Championship picture. I'm fine with that. Great segment with Cena and Orton. Tiffy and Nia Jax reignite their feud. Fine with me. I prefer that over Charlotte. Jade and Naomi continue. Not surprised. Fraxium debuts on the main roster, and Aleister Black is back, man. This show had everything. 8.5. And let's head to the land of AEW. They're spending the week in New Orleans, the Big Easy. And we get Master P introducing the new Trios champions, the Ops. That's Samoa Joe, Shibata, Hook, and Powerhouse, but Hook's not here. Joe is fanboying over Master P, very cute. Celebration cut short by the Death Riders. They attack the Ops. The Elite arrive, join the beatdown on the Ops. Swerve and Kenny even up the odds, chasing off the Elite and Death Riders. Joe warns Moxley he's coming for his title. And yeah, this is another, it's the next group up against Death Riders. I don't feel that confident because, Death Riders are fully healthy. Joe's group is not bigger than the Death Riders. Plus, now they got the Elite swarming around. So, don't feel very confident that the Ops are going to be the group that takes down Death Riders. But I'm happy Joe's in the spotlight, at least, and Shibata, and Powerhouse. I am not a fan of Hook. I'm sorry. New Ring of Honor TV champion Nick Wayne is around. Christian aggressively telling Nick that he loves his family, damn it. All right. We get Ricochet versus Mark Briscoe up next. Ricochet roll-up, puts his foot on the ropes. Briscoe counter roll-up, pins Ricochet for the win. Ricochet very upset losing, attacks Briscoe with a chair, pulls out the Golden Thithers. Kevin Knight there for the save, and a really good competitive matchup right there. Briscoe super resilient as always. Ricochet making everything look just so freaking easy. 7.5 out of 10. We got Stokely Hathaway introduces his new partners, FTR. Ugh, ew, I don't like that mix right there. Stokely says he is going to clear FTR's name. Cash ranting, blaming 2.0 and Cope. FTR bring in legendary tag team, the Rock and Roll Express, with their I'm never going to give up my long hair 80s style thing. Dax disrespects the legends, cutting them off repeatedly. FTR attacking, they hit Ricky with a spiked pile driver, and dude's like 60, 70 years old, and arriving late for the save is Adam Cole and friends. Hathaway definitely going to bring more heat towards FTR. I'm not a fan of his, but yeah, it's definitely something to add to the heel run for FTR. We'll see. It's the Young Bucks. They're in action. Matthew and Nicholas versus Kevin Knight and Mike Bailey. Bucks looking sharp early, pulling out the vintage combos. Knight and Matt lariat each other. Nick and Bailey sweet karate kick to each other, and all four men are down. Thumbs up. That was awesome. Bailey and Knight nasty drop kick backstabber combo. Bailey backflip knee and a Knight UFO splash combo. Matt is there to make the save. And I must say, that Bailey backflip knee drop thing, oh my, I would never want to take that. Bucks with the Meltzer driver on the outside of the ring. That's got a hoit. Ricochet causing a distraction allows the Bucks to hit the EVP trigger for the big dub. That was straight up awesome. Welcome back, Young Bucks, looking fantastic in their return. I kind of missed them. Knight and Bailey working really well together. Maybe a tag team, I don't know. And lots of great spots. Banger of a match. 8 out of 10. We get Timeless Tony, great monologue backstage, looking for a bitch with an itch. Queen Aminata apparently is itchy, and they will fight later. We got MVP, gives respect to Gates of Agony, but they just aren't good enough to beat Hurt Syndicate. MJF arrives to the arena in a lovely car, I believe it's a Corvette, punches a dude in the nuts just because, and then he walks to the ring. Max wants the 3 thumbs up right now, please. MVP is a yes. Shelton is a yes, not because of the ladies, but for MVP. Max will be able to help Hurt Syndicate cut corners in AEW. He knows the lay of the land. Max, for the first time in his life, says the S word. He says, I am sorry to Bobby Lashley. Max almost passes out saying the S word, freaking hilarious. Max, with a final gift, offers Bobby the car he drove in with. Bobby is curious, wants to take a closer look. Bobby gets in the car, gives Max a thumbs down, and then he peels out. Max is losing his mind, and jeez, that was freaking... Max, you are an absolute treasure. This company needs you so badly. He is like the only guy that can put on a entertaining freaking segment and cut a fucking hilarious promo and do it with anybody. You put Max in the ring with anyone, he's gonna have a funny moment with them. Not that MVP needs someone like Max to do something good, but I swear, Max, is there anybody else that can have a good segment in this company that isn't Max? Well, Jacob Friedman. Well, Tony Storm. Tony Storm can do some good shit. Harley Cameron can do some good shit, but they don't use her enough. Anyway, fucking good shit from Max. Thumbs up. MJF, filled with energy, he gets into it with Hangman now. Max tells Hangman he's going to choke in the Owen tournament. MJF is on fire tonight with his words. Just a wordsmith. Another really good interaction right there. Now we got Ospreay and Brody King teaming together against Takeshita and Josh Alexander with Don Callis. Brody chops Will to tag him in, and freaking hilarious moment right there. Will's like, ow! Brody, heavy lariat, dives through the ropes and double squashes Takeshita and Josh into the barricade. Takeshita and Josh German suplexes the bejesus out of King. Josh gets Brody up for the C4, pins and wins. Oh, wow. An impressive win right there for Don Callis family. Hard-hitting match, 7.5 out of 10. Don Callis family continue beating up Will and Brody. Fletcher comes out trash-talking Ospreay. Hangman arrives, and Trent Beretta and Rocky blindside Hangman from behind. Oh no. Callis family looking absolutely unstoppable right now. They got like 7 or 8 guys in there. They're huge. Like, they're dirty. Like, why aren't they like that's like Hurt Syndicate and this Don Callis family is like the only ones that can take out the stupid Death Riders. And the problem is Don Callis family is a heel. I don't think they don't really have a reason right now to go after them, but we'll see. Owen Hart tournament matchup. It is Jamie Hayter versus Chris Statlander in the main event. Statlander moonsault misses, crashing hard on the floor, looked very painful. Chris plants Hayter on her face, plus a mean powerbomb. How you done? Chris 450 splash, near fall, gets angry at Aubrey for that. Okay, I'm confused right there. Hayter with the anti-air Haterade and a regular one for insurance. Hayter grabs the win. Oh yeah. Hayter will now face off with Mercedes Moné in the finals. Oh, I can't wait for that one. Really good match right there. Strong selling from both ladies. The mid-air Haterade, that was sick. Good-ass match. 7.5 out of 10. Moné comes out, flashing all her gold at Hayter. Jamie flips off Moné, which made me giggle. And that's the show. Great Dynamite this week. MJF, the MVP on the night. Super entertaining segments with Hurt Syndicate and a good, intense interaction with Hangman. Very strong wrestling throughout. The Bucks not missing a beat. They look great in their return. The women's Owens finals, Hayter versus Moné, is like an oh fuck yeah from me. Stokely with FTR. I don't like Stokely, but he will help them in their heel run. Ops versus Death Riders has like a decent chance of dethroning Mox, but I'm not really buying it. If not, then the Ops. If not the Ops, then Don Callis family has 400 people in it now. They should be able to stop Death Riders, but again, do they have a reason to go after Death Riders? Probably not until... they have the championship. That's reason enough to go after them. So, I don't know. Great show, though. 8 out of 10. And we'll finish it with Collision. Like I said, they're still in New Orleans. And we start the show with Swerve Strickland. He comes out and gets immediately cut off by the EVPs. Bucks tells Swerve he is fighting right now. And Swerve is wearing leather pants. Not quite dressed to fight, but we'll get it done. It's Blake Christian with big shotty... Lee Johnson, I think his name is. Anyway, versus Swerve Strickland with Nana. Nice flop dive by Blake. Swerve with the JML driver grabs the win. Bucks fail to make Swerve look bad. He wins. Decent match. Bucks trash talking Swerve some more. Lee Johnson's sneak attack on Swerve backfires. Bucks attack Strickland with an EVP trigger. Kenny Omega runs down to help out Swerve. Kenny clears out the ring and chase off the Bucks. All right. We got Samoa Joe cuts a very serious promo on Moxley in a very unserious Hawaiian shirt. Joe threatens Moxley he's coming for the AEW championship. All right, not a new message, but cool. Timeless Tony with Luther versus Queen Amanada, the bitch with the itch. Queen, stiff running boot to Tony's head. How you doing? Tony hip attack and the Storm Zero pins and wins. A good effort there from Queen. Solid competitive match. All right. We got Sanjay Dutt randomly returns to the Jarrett family. But sadly, the whole family is pissed off at Sanjay for being gone for so long. All right. We get Max Caster. He's doing his thing, doing his chant with New Orleans, and it's starting to get over a little bit. The "Let's go, Max! You're the best wrestler alive." It's getting there, you know. A fan even has a sign in the crowd for it, so you know it's kind of working, I guess. And then the open challenge is answered by Hologram. Hologram Portal Bomb grabs the quick dub, and again, I don't really know what they're doing with Max Caster. Max Caster, and you know the Acclaimed were one of the other few people that could put on have a very funny, entertaining segment. That's just awesome. And now we got Max doing this. It's kind of hard to watch at times. I feel really bad for Max. I feel like this is just punishment. I really don't know what the positivity you're going to gain out of this is, making a guy look so bad. But all right. Tornado tag time. It's the Crew, Andretti and Leo Rush versus Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin. Crew smashing a trash can that's on Darius's head, causing ear damage. Dante cracking bitches with the trash can lid. I love it. Just the full fucking arm swing. I love that. Thumbs up. Black bag is filled with Mardi Gras beads. Those get poured out. I like that. That's a nice touch. Thumbs up. Big slam on the beads. I would imagine that would hoit. Darius takes a double Falcon arrow onto an upright chair. Holy shit. Thumbs up for that. Dante shoved into Layla. She's done. Frog splash and a Phoenix splash. The Crew grabbed the win. Good fast-paced tornado tag. 7 out of 10. We got Anna Jay. Squash match. Wins with a gory bomb. Nice to see Anna Jay back in the ring. And then Penelope Ford arrives. Gets in Anna's face. Megan Bane's music hits. Ford begins the attack on Anna. Bane comes down, drops Ford with a Fate's Descent. So it looks like Anna Jay and Megan Bane will get into it. Maybe the winner gets a title shot, but I'm a little bit surprised that Megan Bane is just, out of the title picture already. She dominated Toni Storm and only lost that match by a fluke roll-up. These are the kind of things that AEW doesn't capitalize on. They tend to just move on to the next thing right away. When there's still a lot of meat on the bone, they just move off of it, forget about it. They'll revisit it in 6 months, have another single match and move off it again. Build rivalries. Damn. All right. Ring of Honor World Championship match is Bandito defending against Dralistico. Dralistico wipes out hard on the floor. He misses a Rana. Doctor has to come over and check on him. Thankfully, he's okay. He gets back up and he's laying in chops, so he must be fine. Bandito's sweet dive and a nice catch there by Dralistico. Kind of had to make an adjustment there, but nice catch. Bandito 21 plex pins and retains. Very fun match to watch and a little bit fucking scary. Some scary bumps. Thankfully, everyone's okay. Nasty chops throughout as well. I appreciate it. 7.5. We get Big Bill and Brian Keith looking for a real fight. They call out Gates of Agony for a match, so that they can eventually prove themselves to be worthy of a tag title shot. Good sign for Big Bill and Keith. We get AR Fox versus Roosh. Roosh destroys Fox with a brutal running drop kick in the corner for a quick win. Not a very good look right there for AR Fox, but hey everybody, Roosh is here. We got Trent Beretta unhinged. He is tired of being underrated. Rocky also tired of this. Beretta and Rocky beat the bejesus out of the Outrunners for existing near them. How could you do that? Main event time. FTR, Cash and Dax with Stokely versus Roddy Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. I was going to say Kyle Alexander again. That is not a wrestler. That is my friend. Every time. Cal, Octopus, locked in, gets nailed with a mean top rope clothesline that looked awesome. Cash crashes hard into the barricade. Roddy tweaks his knee. FTR is all over it. Dax figure 4 around the ring post and then a normal one in the ring. Kyle's ankle lock broken up by a big splash from Cash. FTR using a spike pile driver on Kyle to win. Damn fine main event. Lots of close near falls. Very physical match. 7.5. And we got Danny Garcia. He comes out, warns FTR he's going to make each week for them a living hell. All right. And that's the end of the show. Pretty bland show this week. A couple of good matches. Bucks annoying swerve. All right. Anna Jay getting into it with Ford. and Bane, I guess, is fine. Like, I really don't know why you don't have Bane continuing with Tony Storm. Tons left on the bone right there. Don't know what they're doing. You could skip the show. 5.5. 10. And let's go to the 3 stars now. It's a big one. This includes Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, and the whole entire week. So we got a few shout-outs here. Let's shout out Hank and Tank versus Fraxium Stand and Deliver match. Super entertaining, super fucking crowd-pleasing match. Crowd got super into this one. Very entertaining and awesome match. Got to shout out Belair versus Ripley and Io Sky to start off WrestleMania Night 2. A banger of a match to open up the show. One of the best matches of the whole WrestleMania weekend, like the WrestleMania part of the weekend. It was a very good matchup, and I'm very pleased that Io Sky won. And the final shout out is Priest versus McIntyre, their street fight, WrestleMania Night 2. Part of the trifecta banger to kick off Night 2. And some odd booking decisions where they should have moved some shit. Anyway, it was a really fun matchup. Lots of weapons and pretty good amount of violence. No blood or anything, but it was good. And now for the official 3 stars. 3rd star goes to Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk WrestleMania main event Night 1. It lived up, man. That was the best match of the night. Very entertaining. Lots of hoopla, shenanigans, storyline building for the future. A huge double turn. Lots of fucking near falls and finishers. It was a WrestleMania worthy main event. It was a very, very fun match. Good enough for the 3rd star. 2nd star goes to the TLC match on SmackDown. Triple threat TLC. DIY versus Street Profits versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Are you fucking kidding me? Huge miss that wasn't on the WrestleMania weekend with 60,000 fans watching it, but at least it happened. I'm happy we got one. It's been a while since we've had a triple threat ladder match like this, like 5 years they said, and it was awesome. It was an instant modern classic for the TLC. Don't put it up against the old ones, the WrestleMania between the Dudleys and the Christians and stuff, because as a different era, man. Different era. You can fucking hit people in ways that you just can't hit them like that no more. So don't put it up against the old ones. This is a modern style TLC match, and it was fucking banging. Good enough for the 2nd star, but the 1st star goes to the other ladder match, the Women's North American 6-way ladder match. Oh man, I believe that was at Stand and Deliver. Amazing. So much talent in that ring. The winner, Sol Ruka, outstanding performance. One of the sickest soul snatchers off of the ladder. Amazing matchup. And to claim the 1st star on WrestleMania weekend, that is very, very impressive. So proud of the women on that weekend. They absolutely fucking crushed it. And hell of a week, y'all. Hell of a friggin' week. Make sure, if you didn't already, go back and check out those reviews for Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania 41. The whole thing, it's over there. 2 episodes reviewing those. And yeah, that's the show, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. You the best. You want to be even more of the best, though, make sure you're reviewing and sharing the podcast around with a few of your friends. And why not a few enemies? Why not? In terms of what else we got going on with the podcast right now, I just put up a episode of reviving dead franchises on the GamerCast. So we're going to look through, we're going to talk about the dead and see what it would be like if I revive some of these franchises, what I would like to see out of them. And yeah, so suggest some dead franchises to me. Let me know what games you would like to see come back from the dead. And we got the HockeyCast one up discussing the latest and the greatest in the NHL and the NHL playoffs. Round 1 has been, I would say, it's living up to the hype pretty good, man. There's some pretty good matchups going on. I wish the Battle of Florida was a little bit better, but hey, at least the Battle of Ontario is going really good for one part of Ontario anyway. And we'll be discussing all the shit that's been going on in the playoffs on Wednesday. In terms of I don't have anything particularly planned for the GamerCast, but there'll be something for you, whether a review, retrospective, or a list. There'll be something there for you. And yeah, so I upload all these episodes to the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. Go over there and subscribe. Great place. You want to drop a comment. on one of the episodes, have a question answered live on the pod. Anything about wrestling, video games, or hockey would be preferred. You can also drop comments on Spotify. You can do that now as well. And I have a Twitter page. All those links are in the description. I put up announcements and news or whatever best as I can on Twitter. And there it is, everybody. One more time, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back again with some GXWrestleCast.